The news broke on June 5th and sent a genuine shockwave through the Chinese entertainment community. 33-year-old actor and model Jin Zhao was gone. His management company released a brief, somber statement confirming that he had passed away at his home in Hangzhou just one day earlier, on June 4th. The statement expressed deep sorrow and asked the public to respect the family's privacy during this difficult time, but it notably left out the one detail everyone was looking for: the cause of death. In an industry where public relations teams carefully curate every narrative, the decision to withhold the circumstances of his passing immediately created a vacuum of information. When a healthy young star dies unexpectedly and no reason is given, the silence itself becomes the story, forcing fans to grapple with the suddenness of the loss without any closure. This isn't just a story about a tragedy, it's a story about how the modern internet reacts to the unknown. As soon as the announcement was made, social media platforms were flooded with tributes, but mixed in with the condolences was a palpable sense of confusion and frustration. Netizens began speculating almost immediately. In the absence of official facts, people started digging into his recent history, looking for any sign of trouble. Was it a sudden health crisis? An accident? The lack of transparency, while likely intended to protect the family's grief, arguably backfired by fueling a wave of unverified rumors. It highlights a growing tension in celebrity culture. The public feels a sense of ownership over these figures, and when they are denied the full story, they often refuse to accept the curated version of events. Jin Zhao's journey makes the ending even harder to process. He wasn't an industry veteran who had lived a long, full life. He was a rising star in the prime of his career. Born in Weihai in 1993, he started in the competitive world of fashion modeling after graduating from the Beijing Institute of Fashion Technology. He spent years building a reputation based on his visual appeal and work ethic before transitioning into acting, a move that is notoriously difficult to pull off successfully. He managed to do it, landing roles in popular dramas like Legally Romance, Fake Princess, and Forget You Remember Love. He was working, he was relevant, and by all accounts he was well-liked. Colleagues described him as kind and professional, a good guy on set. That positive reputation makes the sudden, unexplained nature of his death feel like a narrative cut short without a warning. The timing of his death also forces a harsh look at the pressures of the idol economy in China. At 33, Jin Zhao was in a critical career phase. He had successfully crossed over from modeling to acting, a feat that requires immense resilience in a market saturated with young talent. The industry demands constant availability and perfection, and while there is no evidence to suggest specific burnout, the context of his profession cannot be ignored. We are seeing a disturbing trend of young entertainers facing sudden health crises, and Jin Zhao's passing unfortunately adds to that statistic. It serves as a grim reminder that the polished images we see on screen are human beings subject to the same fragilities as anyone else, perhaps even more so due to the intense scrutiny they live under. Ultimately, the story of Jin Zhao's passing is one of a promising life interrupted. The controversies surrounding the silence of his agency and the speculation of the public are secondary to the loss of a human being. While the internet continues to search for answers that may never come, what remains is his body of work. For fans, the dramas he left behind, like Give You My Heart and Hello Joanne, are now bittersweet artifacts of a career that was still ascending. The final chapter of his life is written in mystery, but the legacy he leaves is one of a hard-working artist who touched many people before his time ran out.